Thanks for joining us for KARE 11 News at noon, where we've been following breaking news this afternoon on a very violent night in the Middle East. Iran has launched missile attacks against Israel. Chris Harapsky joining us now from our live desk. Chris, what can you tell us?
Well, Alexis, we're going to go to the video in just a second, but again, there is an escalation of the war in the Middle East right now that we are following. For about the last 45 minutes, we've been seeing live video from Israel, Tel Aviv, and Jerusalem, where the skies have been lighting up. Iran has claimed responsibility for a number of volleys of missiles aimed at those two cities. You can see explosions in the air. That is Israel's air defense systems working as they're intercepting or shooting down a lot of these missiles. It is unclear if any of those missiles have gotten through that Iron Dome and if there are any casualties or injuries because of them at this point. This is just happening in the last 45 minutes. But the Israeli military has said it has ordered all of its residents to shelter in place right now or remain near a bomb shelter. There are crews from NBC News that are there right now, and we heard the sirens going off. They had to take cover and cut away from coverage there. But we're still waiting to get video from any of the damage of the attacks on the ground. But we do know that the U.S. and Israel have warned Iran that there would be consequences if these attacks happened. In fact, if we come back to camera 1 second, I'll show you the latest tweet from President Biden. This is the only communication that he's had with the American public so far, and he said this at 11:40 a.m., so it's about an hour ago. He said, "This morning, VP and I convened our national security team to discuss Iranian plans to launch an imminent missile attack against Israel." So they had a heads up on it. "We discussed how the United States is prepared to help Israel defend against these attacks and protect American personnel in the region." We do know that it does not appear that there were any U.S. troops or any U.S. citizens harmed in these attacks. We're still waiting for these reports. A couple of updates too. We can go back to the video for a sec if we still have that. As it was alarming for a lot of people to see. We're getting more information on it. It'll come up in a second. But I want to tell you what Iran's Revolutionary Guard Corps said. They made a statement that said the missile attack had been in retaliation for the assassination of Hezbollah's leader, Hassan Nasrallah, Hamas's political leader, and an Iranian commander. So in that statement, they claim responsibility for these several volleys of missiles towards Israel, and it is in retaliation, according to Iran, of the leaders, like the killing of those leaders. Jordan and Iraq have closed their airspace right now. There's a lot going on.